My name is Toribio Garcia. I am a resident of Chamizal. The purpose of this film is to share what Querencia is to me. In the book, The Rediscovery of North America, Barry Lopez explains that Querencia is a place where one feels secure, a place from which one's strength of character is drawn. I was fortunate to have family members home on this particular day, and I was able to ask questions. I wanted to know, what is Querencia?
Cuando te querencia es como cuando tienes que estar ahí, you gotta be there. Estás querenciado con un lugar, con una mujer, con un perro, y quieres estar ahí, estás querenciado.
I am discovering that Querencia is not one place, but many places in many forms. A peaceful spot near the acequia shared with good company, or an old house at the corner of the plaza that never lets you forget the importance of familia. I asked my sister to walk with me to my grandmother's house and share with me what she had learned.
I'm 19 years old and I'm a resident of Chamizal. And I'd like to share some things about my grandma Juanita's house. My grandma Juanita's house is a historical site to me. It's over 200 years old and it's one of the last remaining houses of a hacienda that ran the length of Chamizal. The walls are at least 24 inches thick. One of the rooms had been used as a store in the late 20s, where my great-grandpa, Jose Ignacio, sold goods to the community members and also weighed people on one of the only scales in the area. When my grandma Juanita passed away and my grandpa started sorting things, he came across a ledger that listed people's names, the items they purchased, how much they purchased, what they paid, and how much they owed. All of the names listed are of families that still live in Chamizal. I have learned that along with my grandma Juanita, who passed away in this house, so did her sister, my great-aunt, my tia Anastasia, their dad Jose Ignacio. I also learned that my grandpa Max and his big sister, my tia Arcarita, were both born
It is
in
stories like this that have motivated me to learn more about my family history. I believe that Querencia is the reason why it's so important to people to know where they come from.
My querencia is, it's all from the heart. You treat people the way you want to get treated. It's all from the heart, and you never, a querencia is family helping family. If your family needs some in need, you help your family. It never goes down. We gotta always help each other. Because if not, we'll never make it in this world.
I also learned that the appreciation for Querencia is something that you can develop in your life, and sometimes it's not always by choice.
I learned this through my mom and my brothers. I was the youngest of 9, 7 brothers and 2 sisters. So we had to survive off the land. We used to plant about 6.5 acres, maybe dry land, and about 2 acres that were irrigated. My brother's the one that showed me most of it. My mom used to show us about remedios and what to pick at what time. My brother's the one that really was the, say, head of the household, I guess. He's the one that showed us how to work on material, equipment, and how to build our houses and do stuff just around the farm. So there's where I learned most of my stuff, my mom and my family. And I'm just trying to teach that on to my kids and to whoever else wants to learn.
I really enjoy learning about my family's Querencia, even though it differs from person to person or community to community.
I'm Juliet, and to me, Querencia is a true love of place. It's holding it down. It's being home and making that space when your kids come home from college, and knowing that no matter what happens, that stability will always be there. It's knowing Grandma's house and her story. It's loving the orchard trees. It's loving the orchard. It's loving the tierra. It's knowing that in the winter you have to go for leña. And sometimes that's extra loads because you know you're going to get a big winter. We live in the sierra, so you need your leña. It's knowing that the water belongs to the land and nobody can take that from you. And if they try, you're going to fight. You're going to fight to the end because that's what you know. In May, it's the trees and the flowers and the bees and just everything showing you life, and just completely with your whole heart just loving where you're at and always encouraging your kids. To me, that's what Querencia means.
The most important thing that I learned from the project is that a place can exist in your life that allows you to rejuvenate yourself, mind, body, soul. And even though querencia can differ from person to person, they are equally special.
I can't believe how the cat is getting along with the birds.